Okay, here are problems 13, 14, 15, and 16. So by now, as long as you're given the information, the only thing you really have to choose is which formula you are going to use. So on some sheet of paper, I would probably suggest that you have all of the formulas written down. We have a formula for finding the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. So you have to know what your a sub 1 value is, you have to know how many terms in the sequence you're looking for, and you have to find the common difference. We have a formula for finding the nth term of a geometric sequence. Again, you need to know what term you're looking for, that's going to be your n. You need to know your a sub 1 value, and you need to know your common ratio. Then we have a formula for finding the sum of an arithmetic series. You have to know your n, you need to find your a sub n, and you need to know your a sub 1. If you don't know what a sub n equals, then you go back up here to your arithmetic sequence. This formula right here is going to give you your a sub n, and then you divide that by 2. Then we have the sum of a finite geometric series. So that means when it has an n value, it gives you an n. Find the 12th term, find the 6th term. If you have a finite where it ends, you're going to use this formula right here. If it's an infinite series, sometimes it won't give you an n, or it'll give you your infinity symbol, s sub infinity. So either one of those, you're going to use this. Make sure that you have all of your formulas where you can get to them. And that's all for geometric series. The next thing we're going to talk about is summation notation. This is really pretty easy. You can plug it into your calculator. Okay, so we're going to talk about summation notation. The capital sigma is the symbol for summation notation. And what that simply says is you're going to sum up all of the terms without having to write out all of the words. So this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like a funky E that's turned up on itself. The number down here tells you where to start. The number up here tells you where to stop. And this is the formula that you're plugging all of your numbers in. So for this one, you would do 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 4, 2 times 5. Get all of your answers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then you're going to add up all of these numbers. So that's 10, 20, 30. So the answer here is going to be 30. So let's look at it. Again, the number down here tells you what number to start with. Most of them start with 1, but not all of them, and you don't have to. And this one is going to stop with 4. So you would plug it in. 2 times 1 minus 7, 2 times 2 minus 7, 2 times 3 minus 7, and 2 times 4 minus 7. Get your answer for each one of those problems, then add up all of your answers. Well, that sounds like a whole lot of work, but you're able to get your answers. So let's look at what this one would look like if we wrote it out. It's going to be 1 squared minus 3 is 1 minus 3, or negative 2. 2 squared minus 3 is 4 minus 3, or 1. 3 squared minus 3 gives us 9 minus 3, or 6. And 4 squared minus 3 gives us 16 minus 3, or 13. So that's going to give us 19, 20, and then we take away 2. So this is going to give us 18 for our sum. But guess what? We can plug this into our calculator, and we can get the calculator to figure out the answers for us. One thing we need to make sure that we remember to do in our calculator, we technically can't really put an N. So I'm going to replace that with an X, and I'm going to replace this with an X. So now I'm going to go to my calculator, and on my calculator, I'm going to go to math, and I'm going to go all the way down to 0. You didn't even see that, it was so fast. So let me clear it. Math, and then I'm going to scroll down, And 0 says summation, and then you see your sigma. So if you hit enter, now this tells us where we start. So x, we're going to start with 1. We're going to go up to 4, and our formula is x squared minus 3. And all we have to do is hit enter, and we get 18. And that's the same thing that we got over here when we worked everything out, but it's so much easier if we can plug them into our calculator and work them out. So not all series will start with 1. So how many terms are in this sequence? So we start with 3 and we go up to 7. And this we have to remember, this is a special looking symbol. This is our factorial symbol, so we're going to have to look for that also. And I'm not going to do K, I'm going to do X. So I'm going to go back to my calculator and I'm going to see if I can plug this one in and get this one to work out for me. Okay, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I actually have 5 terms in this sequence. So from 3 to 7 is 5 terms. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if I plug it into my calculator, remember, I'm going to go to math, and I'm going to go down to 0. So I'm not even going to look for it anymore. I'm just going to plug in 0. So I'm going to start with 3. Remember, that's the number that we start with. And then I'm going to go up to 7. Now, this is the tricky part. I've got to remember where I can find that factorial key. So I'm going to go to math. And I think factorial is something that I used when I did probability. Yes, there it is right there. Number 4. So I hit number 4. That plugs it in for me. So that gives me my answer, 5,910. So that's going to be my answer, 5,910. So easy when we can plug these into our calculators. When your series is large, you can use the formula for finding the sum of an arithmetic series if you would like. For my first term here, if I plug 1 in, 4 times 1 is 4. So my a sub 1 term is 4. Then I can find my a sub n term. So what's my last term in my sequence? 15. So a sub 15 is going to be 4 times 15. And I can plug that into my calculator, 4 times 15. And that gives me 60. So if I plug that into my formula here, S sub 15 is going to be 4 times, excuse me, not 4, 15. That's my n value. 15 times my a sub 1 value plus my a sub 15 value, which is 60, all divided by 2. So if I plug that into my calculator, I'm going to do alpha y equals, and what I had is 15 times 64. 15 times 4 plus 60 gives me 64, all divided by 2. And I get 480. Okay, so that gives me 480. Let's plug this into my sigma notation and see if I can get the same answer if I start from 1 and go to 15 of 4x. Okay, so if I go back to math, 0, I'm going to do x, and it started at 1, and it goes up to 15, and my formula was simply 4x. Nothing fancy about that. I still get the same answer, so no problem there finding those out. These are really easy summation problems. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice plugging these into your calculator. Pause the video, and then we'll come back and we'll put the answers in. Okay, after you've paused the video and worked on this, you should have these answers. Hopefully there's no problem in getting the answers for these. Now, the next one's a little more difficult on these simply because of the way that they are set up. But let's see if we can plug this first one in. It goes from 1 to 7 of 4 to the x minus 1 power. Okay, these are a little different simply because they have these exponents. Whenever you plug in or pull up your Sigma notation, you always will have this nice parentheses already given to you. But when you have these, I want you to make sure that you put another parentheses inside the one that's already given to you. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, a double one, and this, a double one. Okay, so that you actually will have two sets of parentheses there. So let's plug these in. So the first one is from 1 to 7 and 4 raised to the x minus 1 power. All right, so math 0, x from 1 to 7. And I'm going to add my parentheses, 4 raised to the x minus 1 power. Oops, let me go down and add that one. So that gives me 5,461. Real easy, 5,461. Okay, let's try the next one. We've got a negative 6 from 1 to 8. And I'm going to add my parentheses, negative 6. And I'm going to raise that negative 6 to the x minus 1 power. Make sure that looks right. Yep, to the x minus 1 power. Hit enter. Negative 239,945. Negative 239,945. Okay, still real easy, just plugging away, plugging it into our calculators. All right, let's look at these. And I know a lot of you don't like using the calculator, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a couple of these with just using Desmos. So we're still going to need to put this in parentheses, add another parentheses. Okay, so if I plug it into my calculator, I go to math 0 from 1 to 9 of 2 to the x minus 1 power. I get 511. If I go to Desmos and I do the same problem, let's plug it here. In order to get this, I have to go to functions, over to miscellaneous, and if you'll notice under miscellaneous, you have your summation key. So you plug in your summation key, and this one automatically, instead of x, this one automatically comes up as an n. So we have to remember to replace our variables. So it goes from 1 up to 9. And then out here, I have to remember to add my parentheses, 2. And then I'm going to raise it to a power. And whatever's in my power, if it's more than one term, I have to remember to put it in parentheses for Desmos. So n minus 1, close my parentheses, and close that big parentheses. I still get 511. So let's try this one and see what I get. If I'm plugging it into Desmos, remember, I have my original parentheses, so I'm going to add this one, and I'm going to add that one. So you're just remembering to add more parentheses when you're looking at Desmos. So from 1 to 9, functions over to miscellaneous, from n equals 1 up to 9, parentheses, and my formula is a negative 2 this time, so I have to remember to insert a negative 2, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to add another parentheses. Sorry, I didn't put my double parentheses in the beginning. Okay, so now I'm here. I'm going to raise it to a power, and it's more than one term in it, so I have to put that parentheses. And remember, my variable is what in this case? It's an n. So I'm going to do n minus 1. I have to get my keyboard. N, go back to my numbers, minus 1. And then I get my answer of 171. Still the same thing if you go back and plug it into the calculator. From 1 to 9, math 0.